Welcome back. We had many fascinating conversations at Cannes Lions Festival of Creativity this year, covering everything from the impact of AI to purpose-driven marketing. This one is another special chat. We caught up with Reilly, Chief Creative Officer of WPP, sharing his views on the future of creativity and why it's important to bring humor back into advertising. Listen in.
So hello, Rob.
Hello.
It's lovely to see you. You're in Cannes.
Yeah, I thank you for putting us on the beach, not in some room. So this is beautiful here.
We're going to zoom out a little bit. In your role overseeing this sort of mammoth organization and its creative output, when you look at the progression of work, say over the past few years, we know it's a great output, but tell me what, out of all the work that has come out recently, what is the direction that you think that it should go in? Like, does something exemplify that direction for you?
Well, two things. People talk about purpose-led work, and maybe there's too much of it. There's not enough of it, in my opinion. Brands
so you don't think there's a saturation? You don't think that
brands have filled in where governments have not had the ability to help people because of money or other reasons. So brands have really stepped up and filled in. And why would we want to stop that? What I do think we need to figure out is how do we bring humor back into advertising? And that's something we've talked about with Cannes, we've talked about with other award shows, and maybe they need to create separate tracks for comedy and humor in advertising, because it is, if there's a category for it, magically you see more work that will be entered to it. So I think we need to make changes because we've lacked a bit of a sense of humor.
You think it's getting too serious?
What?
You think it's getting too serious?
Well, and not because that's what's winning awards. I don't want to blame purpose for the lack of humor. Mm-hmm. I think we just have shied away from it. We got a little too scared of how far we can push things. And India, a country that's made tremendous work with humor. Right. Australia, tremendous work. The United States,
Thailand.
UK. But those four countries, you think about it, there's not a lot of funny work coming out of those countries. Mm-hmm. Yes, Thailand, thank God, is still our last hope for crazy work. So I'm hoping we see more of it. And I think we have to figure out how to bring more humor into advertising, but not at the expense of taking purpose out. I think it's really important that these brands continue to play that role in people's lives. And I think it's what young people look for too. They're okay with you making money, but you better be doing the right thing.
Absolutely. And I don't see why you can't have humor and purpose, right?
Of course.
I mean, it's just the creative device that you use at the end of the day.
I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah. But while we're speaking about creativity, and we are, of course, the topic and the point of every conversation right now is AI. Everyone's talking about AI, ChatGPT, Bard, the race for AI supremacy. Quickly, what are some of your top line thoughts on the conversations that are happening here and also back home?
Listen, we're deep into AI. We've been using it a lot. Obviously, it's been used.
There was a huge announcement recently.
Yeah, and now we're partnering with NVIDIA. Mm-hmm. So, and we've been investing in it, and we've got very smart people already working on things within our own organization and for our clients. So, it's not like we're jumping on it. It's happening. We're a big part of it. We're in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. For creative people, what has been lost is the ability to experiment and to try things and fail, because there's not enough time or money. Right. AI, I think, will help creative people experiment. Mm-hmm. And for art directors and for writers, I don't think it'll replace actually making brilliant work. But just like when digital photography was invented, just like when the computer was invented, these are tools that will hopefully make creative people better, faster, but it won't replace creative people, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell me if you agree with this statement or not.
Sure.
And it was said...
No. Just kidding.
So,
go ahead.
So I don't know if you know Nick Law, right? And
I had dinner with Nick Law last night, and Dave Droga and Phil Thomas and Colleen DeCourcy and Mark Darcy. So we're all pals. Yeah, so I know Nick very well.
So he said something really interesting that I read. He said, mediocrity is now free.
I love that.
Yeah,
I agree 1,000%. That's my point. Anything's possible, but we're after excellence. Mm-hmm. So and I think you need that nuance that I think you get from life experiences, and I'm sure maybe it'll get more advanced. But hopefully, in my lifetime, people like the amazing creative people we have all over through WPP and that are here too, and other companies too.
Right.
There's so many amazing, brilliant people, and outside of ad agencies, inside of in-house agencies, and creators and musicians. Like, man, when you come here, you really feel that you are surrounded by brilliant creative minds that are brave. And yes, technology will be a tool that we continue to use. For us, our sweet spot has been creativity, human creativity, plus technology, plus human insights and humanity. So I feel like we're one of the better companies at nailing that trifecta, and the work shows.
Right. Give me a few examples, one or two examples of work, say maybe from the past year, that I mean, it might not be award-winning work even, but just something that has sort of struck you and
just in general.
Just yeah.
Not
just
necessarily about AI, just in general.
Yeah.
Well, I think the work that AB InBev has done for Corona, with the help of David, our agency out of Ogilvy, where they help farmers grow limes for their beer. Corona, the experience of a Corona, it's night and day whether you have a lime or not.
Right.
China doesn't grow limes, or doesn't grow great limes. So we, the AB InBev helped teach the farmers how to grow limes, and now it's a product. The Corona Extra limes are sold in stores, and it's totally transformed what Corona means to people in China. So when we're doing those kinds of ideas in a country like China,
and that's purpose-driven, right?
It's purpose, but it's also profit-driven.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're linking purpose and profits.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
why not?
it's genius. That when I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like feeling good, because I think if we can bring creativity to a place like China, that's wildly creative, but in advertising it hasn't been as creative as maybe some other countries.
Yeah, maybe
I feel
it's
we're
functional. Maybe it's
we're on the right path.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, Avas India announced the launch of their global talent communications agency, Avas People in the country. We're catching up with Rupert Gross, global CEO, Avas People, and Rana Barua, Group CEO of Avas Group India, on the other side of this break.
बिजनेस लोन्स बोले तो सिर्फ लैंडिंग कार्ड, एंड पराठे बोले तो सिर्फ आलू के। पहले डाउनलोड लैंडिंग कार्ड ऐप, फिर अपलोड पराठा।
Immerse yourself in an extraordinary experience as entrepreneurs, startup trailblazers, innovators, policymakers.